Good morning. As the overnight rain continues to clear, Sunday's shaping up to be a bright day with showers around, but more wind and rain is on the way for early next week.
Really wet over the last few days, and I think that the heavy rain is worst in the south of the country, I think, over today and the next couple of days. Helen, is that right?
Yes, actually it is. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Roger. We have had an awful lot of rain, a month and a half through parts of Aberdeenshire, and there are still flood warnings, no severe flood warnings as it stands at the moment, but we have had more overnight rain. And that rain has been right across the UK, but as you said, Rachel, for the next day or so, it looks as if some of the wettest weather will be across the southern half of the UK, but there is a question mark over its positioning. Good morning, both. Hello there. Good morning. The weather set fair as well in Qatar and a lot warmer than it is here in the UK. This was a photograph taken in Aberdeen City yesterday. Of course, we've been inundated with rain in the past week. We had severe flood warnings out yesterday. They've relapsed. We've got onto flood warnings now, but still we've had more rain through the night, which means that some of those rivers are still going to have to respond to that rain. Now, that's how much we've had or so in the last 24 hours, 5 to 10 millimetres generally. But over the next few days, this is the rainfall prediction. The darker the blues, the more rainfall we're going to get initially in the early part of the week, southern and western areas, but more generally another 30, 40 millimetres potentially through the coming week. So that sets the stage, doesn't it, for another very unsettled one.
Good afternoon. To take a look at what's happening with our weather this week, we're going to step across to the South Atlantic first of all, to Buffalo in upstate New York. Just take a look at some of these images from this weekend. Lake effect snow caused up to 6 foot, if not more, of snow to fall in just the space of a couple of days. Remarkable scenes then. Good afternoon. To take a look at what's happening with our weather this week, we're going to step across to the South Atlantic first of all, to Buffalo in upstate New York. Just take a look at some of these images from this weekend. Lake effect snow caused up to 6 foot, if not more, of snow to fall in just the space of a couple of days. Remarkable scenes there. Now, that snow is not coming our way, but the cold air in place, which has helped to generate it, it's going to fight out with some very warm air to the southeast United States and activate a very brisk jet stream, which is going to pile across the Atlantic towards us as we go through this week, picking up various areas of low pressure, developing them and pushing them towards our shores, bringing yet more rain, particularly to the south and the west of the country, all linked into these weather systems here now. This is an area of low pressure, a secondary one developing towards the southwest, and it's this which could cause us some problems with strong winds throughout Monday. Initially from the south to southeast, flipping round to the northwest, we could see winds, particularly north coast of Devon and Cornwall, up to around 70 or 80 miles an hour.
Hello there, very good afternoon to you. Mixed fortunes through this weekend. The next system starts to approach. So that's going to give, again, mixed fortunes to start a new week. Heavy rain to the south, windy in the southwest, sunny spells and showers, and cold elsewhere. See you later.
Hello there, a rather settled picture out there tonight. It'll be mainly dry with lengthy clear skies, and under those clear skies, a bit of patchy mist and fog into Monday morning, and our coldest spots could see temperatures drop to around freezing point. So all round tomorrow is going to be cold, frosty start to the day. Any early brightness will be replaced by plenty of cloud, outbreaks of rain. Some of that rain could fall quite heavy and persistent, not really clearing until the end of the afternoon. And as that rain moves through, those winds will strengthen, highs tomorrow of around 9 degrees Celsius, and not as wet on Tuesday, but still the chance of some showers.
Good evening. For most of us, it's been a day of sunny spells and scattered showers, but a better day in eastern Scotland. This was Aberdeen just a few hours ago, dry with some sunshine. But those clear skies by day, they are going to lead into a pretty chilly night to come. Some frost and fog. By contrast, wet and windy weather arrives in the southwest later on.
Hello again, a very good evening to you. Well, after some stunning Sunday sunshine, we're in for a pretty miserable Monday, I'm afraid. Quite an unsettled new working week, generally with wet, windy spells still sticking around and temperatures really taking a knock for the time being, so pretty chilly, but they will then tend to recover midweek onwards.
Thanks, John. I think they're going to have to be prepared for a little bit of everything, aren't they? Good evening. Now, before I take a look at the weather for the week ahead, I think we should look at the weather just past because it was quite incredible. We started off last Sunday, 21 degrees in Porthmadog, 70 Fahrenheit, provisionally the warmest temperature ever recorded in the UK so late in November. Clear skies, though, at this time of year can often lead to frost. And yes, we saw some of that, a hard frost in Northern Ireland and in Wales with temperatures below freezing. But the weather headline was dominated towards the end of the week with the relentless heavy rain that we had across parts of eastern Scotland. In Char, in Aberdeenshire, we had 184 millimetres of rain. This fell between Wednesday through to Saturday. Some parts of Aberdeenshire saw a month and a half's worth of rain. Now, I'm pleased to say that if we take a look at the rainfall accumulation, that's projected rainfall for the next 5 days. Well, the darkest blues, the heaviest of the rain. So southern England and out to the west seeing the wettest of the weather, potentially the far northeast of Scotland may well see a quieter spell for the next few days.